All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Okay? The title of this lesson is going to be called simply, Esau is preparing for war. Esau and the other nations are preparing for war. This video was posted probably less than 2 hours ago, just showing some drills. So we're going to get into it. We're going to play a couple videos and get into the lesson, Lord willing. Y'all brothers edified. See, 1 hour goes. Look at that, man. Esau is ready to get down, man. Okay? It's as simple as that. So, man, let me go back to that still image, man. Let me go back to that still image of, right here. So this is what Esau has planned, okay, for you Jakes to think you're gonna be able to fight against the man whose blessing is a sword, okay? This man is so delusional, he thinks he's gonna be able to fight against the angels, man. Okay? So good luck. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 4. It says, ooh, man. Yeah, I'll read verse 4. It says, and I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. Because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. See, if you ever wonder why in the hell are we in such a helpless position right now as a people, and why we say we need it now, we want to come together and stick together and unite under one, I don't even know what the hell, and then sure ain't uniting under one doctrine, because you people, y'all just get together just because you see somebody pigmented, okay? But in reality, the Most High is against a lot of these philosophies that you people hold and uphold, man. And that's why he's scattered us across the nations. It goes back to the time of Manasseh, as it's written right here, during the time of Jeremiah, man, in the biblical times. We used to be in our homeland. Now these nations are fighting over there in the Middle East, okay, for power in this world to come. They want to come. In this World War III that's to come. They want to have a positive outcome in that war. So, but none of these nations are going to win except for the nation of Israel. So it says, verse 5, for who shall have pity on thee, O Jerusalem, or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? You see, you niggas are going to be drafted in these wars and killed in these wars, man. Because you want to follow after the self-proclaimed white man so heavy and so tough. You people that's joining the military are one of the most foolish people on the planet right now. You're signing up to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father and his armies, man. Because that's exactly what's coming. Why do you think Esau is making these weapons? Y'all brother seen the video where them Iranians tried to attack that chariot? They were shooting just like this. That's what really made me pause this part, because I was like, damn, that's just how Esau gonna be shooting. Because this is a drill right here. This is just a drill. But why are they drilling if it's not a possibility for war? These nations know that war is brewing up. You see? They shooting, shooting these damn let me go back to what's the name? Shooting these deals right here. I'm muted. They're shooting these missile rocket launcher things, RPG looking things right here, and they duds. You can see they're not going very far. Okay? But why in the hell do you think that they're practicing like this? This stuff ain't cheap. They're shooting at targets. Look at that, man. This is what is coming to America. This is coming to all parts of the earth. So, but mainly, the valley of Yehoshaphat is gonna be the land where these nations really fight against one another. I'm gonna play another video. Look at that, man. How are you niggas gonna fight against missiles? Niggas flexing at the subway, talking about, yeah, I'm ready now. They got an AK and a tech ready to shoot down your brother. But why you ain't trying to fight this man? This nigga got a tank. Look at that. Edomites. Or even if it ain't an Edomite, because it says it's conducted against the Tajikistan and Tajikistan Russia border. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, man, because Russia ain't playing around either. Okay. Tajikistan. Okay, so here's Tajikistan and Russia. Hold on. Tajikistan, Russia border. All right, so they got Tajikistan right here. Oh shit, there you go. So Tajikistan right here, and then Russia is up here. So I don't know how that's the border, because Russia's all the way up here and Tajikistan's down here. But the point is, it's somewhere over, in this area, which ultimately the main war is going to be fought in this area, man. Okay? Which Tajikistan ain't too far away. I don't know if y'all brothers can see where my thumb at. Tajikistan ain't too far away from this area. Okay, so but in this area right here that y'all brothers see is a huge conflict zone. Okay, where World War III is going to be fought at. Okay, and also can't forget precious America, man. I'm having a wild with Slocky, but America's gonna be a participant, and America's gonna be destroyed in the result of participating, according to biblical prophecy. So I wanted to get a couple more scriptures. Let me get this in Habakkuk. Let me see. Hold on a second. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?" And that's what America has done to these other nations. These other nations are mad at America because America has increased that which is not his. Like Apostle Tahar said, your only land really is is Mount Seir, man. Everything else, every other land that you standing on that's not Mount Seir is land that you've stolen and taken. Okay? And so, let me see. It says, woe to him that increases that which is not his. That's why these other nations are going to make war with the beast. The beast shall hate the whore, I should say. Okay, which the beast is NATO and the EU all together, you know. And then America is that whore they're right upon the beast. Because these nations are tired of America and its greed, man, and its pride. And they're growing tired, more and more tired of America and its shenanigans, man. That's why it says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which we know that Hebrew word there for thick clay is ibatyat, which means debt. It goes into debt, which America is hugely in debt. America's put the world in debt because of the petrodollar system. The dollar used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by, now it's just fiat currency. It is actually not backed by anything. Okay, but you have to use the dollar in order to buy oil, which is one of the most coveted commodities on the planet. Okay, it says shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna mute it while I'm reading it. I'll start from the top. Okay, it says, verse Habakkuk 2:7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Right, those that America, used to have in subjection are going to rise up and revolt against America, which is Babylon the Great. Suddenly, all of a sudden, it's going to happen. Okay, and they're going to vex America, which means be a pain in the ass and annoy and piss off America. Why? Because of America's done the same thing to these nations. It says, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because America really has a target on its back, okay, by more than just one or two small nations, man. You see, as this place gets closer and closer to destruction, the Most High is going to increase the incentive for these other nations to destroy America, man. This is why you're going to see a lot more of this military stuff going on. You see it all. You see it. I mean, this is stuff. This video was posted 22 hours ago. Not even a whole day ago. And the one before that I just played was posted an hour ago. Now, I wanted to play this video, and this is the last video I'm going to play before I get the rest of the scriptures, because this shows Esau's pride, man, which is why you devils is going to go down, because you're so damn prideful.
This has been a very exciting project, as you know. It's for many years people have wanted the proper wall, and we have a wall that the likes of which very few places have ever seen.
Esau is in a consistent effort to just be the best devil he can be, which you can see the smug look on this devil, man. The pride is exuding off. The pride is exuding off of these devils, man. I like seeing these Edomites get their last little hoorah, man. Because after that, it's gonna be so sweet for us to put you in the most miserable position that your souls have ever experienced. Because that's what you've done unto us. That's why you're preparing for war, because it's time for you to fight for all the things you've stolen. But according to prophecy, you're not gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to keep those goodies, man. You see? And let me see. I'm gonna read verse 8. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations. See, this devil right here, these devils right here, this is not their land. They know that. This land, the land that he's standing on right now, is somewhere in the southern border of America, in Texas, is not land that he's indigenous to. Okay, this land was first inhabited by the so-called Native American Indians and Latinos, man, the northern tribes of the nation of Israel, which you are not a part of. Neither are any of you people in the picture. So what the hell are you doing here, blockading off the damn, portion of what you think is your country, like it's yours to defend? You know, you Edomites are being built up so you can be completely torn down, man. Like the book of Malachi says, thou shalt build, but I shall tear down. Okay. Anyway, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. See, to spoil means to steal. You stealing, man. That's what Esau is, a damn thief. He stolen the lands of the people of the Most High, man. It says, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. You see that? So not just the Israelites, but these other nations. Okay. Because you gotta remember, you gotta fight against these other nations in this coming world war. And Esau gonna be fighting against his damn self in this war, man. Because you got Russia's Edomites, the French, the British people, or the Edomites that dwell in that land. Because really, they all come from Mount Seir, man, from Petra, from the land of Petra. You see? Because they're all Edomites. So that's really not even that's not their land either, man. Okay, you came from the land of Petra, man. Okay, which is close to Israel. Okay, so it says, verse 8, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Okay, so the people are gonna spoil you people, man. Like the scripture says in the book of Job, the hand of the wicked shall be upon him. That's coming, man. And we can't, we can wait. We're waiting patiently, but when that day comes, we will be elated. Okay. Let me see here, man. Get this, because I want to pull up a map. I want to pull up a map of here we go, a map of Esau, of Esau's territory on my deal here. Bible maps. I'm gonna just see if it'll pull up Edom, maps of Edom. 12 tribes, Persian Empire. If you brothers would just bear with me for a moment. I'm trying to find a good map to illustrate, because let me see. Judites. Because during certain times of world history, different nations dwelt. Let me see. Different nations dwelt in the land, man. Let me see if this is one. Time of Yahushua, no. The Old Testament map. This might work. No, it's not gonna work. I should have pulled it up beforehand, but I wanted. Kind of back up what I'm saying. Okay, so here's a good picture right here, and it might be a little tough to see. See if I can save it, so I can zoom in. All right, whatever, man. So look, I'm trying my best. I'm gonna try my best to kind of show it. So, okay, so you got this is like, let me kind of zoom out like this. So this is Israel, right? Y'all brothers should recognize the deal here. Israel, you got the sea, damn, the sea of really this is the Sea of Galilee, if I'm not mistaken. They might call it something else, but and then this is the Salt Sea. Okay, it has a couple names, but then you got the Jordan River that runs through the land right here. Okay, now you can see it says Israel and then Judah, northern tribe, southern tribe in general, and then you have these other nations, man. Like, all right, so you got Hittites, Amorites, and you got what? Boom, Edomites. This is generally where they were at, according to this map. Moabites, Chinese, Ammonites, so-called Japanese, let me see if there's anything. Okay, so on and so forth. But so you brothers get the picture. You had these other nations dwelling in certain lands at certain times, which is why we were constantly fighting, man. This land is not very big, portion of the land here. I mean, you got this line right here will represent 10 miles, So I mean, you got states in America, you got states in America that's bigger than this picture right here. But the point of the matter is, you Edomites, well, like I said, were close to the land of Israel, just so like originally, just to kind of back up what I was saying. So anyway, back to the lesson. Habakkuk. I read that in Habakkuk. Next scripture I want to get is the third chapter, Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 12. It says, and this is the Most High, man, bringing back salvation to his people. It says, thou wentest forth, verse 12. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. And that's what we're about to see. These devils that's on the screen having a jolly old time building that damn wall. They're gonna be trodden overfoot, man, by the Heavenly Father. Okay, and his armies. It says, thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people. That sounds possessive right there. Now show me in the New Testament when that changed. Who's the Lord's people? The Israelites. It says, thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed. Who is the anointed of the Lord? Yahushua, who is an Israelite of the tribe of Judah, the house of David. You see? You Edomites are eligible for salvation, man. It's not even within the picture. You see? It says, thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked. Which, who is the wicked? You see an illustration of the wicked right now, you damn Edomite devils. It says, by discovering the foundation unto the neck, Selah. See the secrets of these of you Edomites is being exposed. We know that you hate the Israelites. That's why you're building the wall. If you could, if Esau could kill all the Edomites and still be able to survive, I don't know why it cut off, and still be able to survive by himself, he would, man. But he's not able to do that because the Lord is not going to allow it. But he's just going around being the biggest devil he can be. So he's fulfilling his part. We need to fulfill ours. It says in verse 14, thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was to devour the poor secretly. See, so you devils are gonna try to fight against the Lord. Going back to that video, I'm gonna play the rest of this video and then get the rest of the scriptures though, because I do want to see what else he said. Which they're just signing the wall and stuff, you know. Vanity. It's gonna get burnt up soon.
I wanted to show you some of the details of the wall. You can see a pretty good view. This is going to be close to 500 miles by the time we finish. Those are the areas that are most important. After we've completed that should be done pretty close to next year. It'll be over 400 miles, and we think we can get it close to 500 miles by the end of next year, depending on certain terrain conditions. But we're doing all of the most important areas. We have a lot of natural barriers like mountains and streams and rivers and some pretty vicious and violent rivers actually. But it's an amazing project.
Oh man, so the devil gonna create 500 miles of wall to block out Issachar, man.
And as one of the folks just said, it really is virtually impenetrable. Any walls that were put up would get knocked down very quickly, very easily. This wall is not something that can be really knocked down. I guess anything can, but it's very tough. And it goes down 6 feet. It's 3 and 4 feet wide. The concrete, you see it right here, it's exposed.
So he's saying this is a damn near impenetrable wall. Nobody can get through.
This wall can't be climbed. This is very, very hard. And what the panel does on top, as I said, is structural, but it's also very hard to get by that panel. Plus, it's designed to absorb heat, so it's extremely hot. The wall is, you won't be able to touch it. You can fry an egg on that wall. It's very, very hot. So if they're going to climb it, they're going to have to bring hoses and water, and we don't know where they're going to hook it up because there's not a lot of water out here. So it's a very, very hard thing to climb.
And so, you know, the Most High, man, you know, he's getting tired of looking at this this stuff right here, man. Hold on.
Around here. So it's
He's getting tired of looking at you devils, man. You know, in your pride. And it's gonna come a time where where you devils, man, you're gonna be taken out of this prideful state that you in. You know? You beardless, uncircumcised demons. And so I'm gonna keep reading in Habakkuk 3:15. Thou didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Now this is Habakkuk speaking right here. Okay, when he heard all the armies of the Lord approaching, and he saw the sight of the chariots in battle array, he said, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. Just like how Ezra felt, you know, who's gonna be preserved in these times? So much destruction and death is gonna come forth. Who in the hell, you know, Lord willing, I can be saved out of it. That's what he was saying. That's what he was thinking. You know, because that much destruction is gonna come, man. You see? And so, how much more these Edomites and these other nations, when they see the destruction that is about to come to them, how scared you think they're gonna be, man? We're gonna see. We shall see, man. We shall see. We just better hope that the Lord have mercy on us. I pray, see how Bashim Yahshua, that he have mercy on me in that day. Because I ain't gonna be able to film for myself. That's what we trust in the Lord. It says, when he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. And the troops of the Lord are the angels, man. The Lord, the scriptures say he is a Lord of Sabaoth, which goes back to the Hebrew word Tazabawath, which means hosts. Hosts of what? Hosts of armies. Okay? He's the one that's going to be taking these devils down. Because we ain't going to, Jacob's not going to be able, like he said, to knock down these impenetrable walls. So the Lord is going to orchestrate that, man. He's going to take care of that. Best believe them walls are going to be penetrated easily by thermonuclear missiles. That iron is going to melt quick as hell. So it says really that's it on that. I'm gonna go to Zephaniah now. Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you. Now that nation not desired is the Israelites. The Lord is pissed off right now with the nation of Israel. Okay, but if any of us want to be saved, we better assemble ourselves to sacrifice, offer spiritual sacrifices unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. If you a man of the Lord, that means coming out to the highways and byways, okay, and at least listen. See, it don't take nothing to listen, man. It doesn't take any real sacrifice really like that. I mean, you just make it. If you can make it, you don't have to do nothing but watch and spectate. But that only thing it takes is faith. And if you're a woman, you know, cleave unto the man of the Lord that you have, man. You know, if you have a man of the Lord, if you women don't have a man of the Lord, you know, hey, that's on you, really, in that day, man. Okay, because you can refuse whoever you want to, but this is not a video, not about women. Okay, continuing on, it says, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, which chaff, every time chaff is mentioned, man, it's like, man, it's synonymous with being burnt, okay, because chaff is useless, as a useless byproduct of wheat, okay. And so the chaff is just, you just burn it up because you don't need it. And that's what a lot of these people are, just chaff, man. Gonna get burnt up. Because the Most High don't need, if the Most High cannot use you for his purpose, he does not have a need for you on this side. You know? We'll see you in the kingdom, man. But a lot of you people are gonna die, man. A lot of you Israelites are gonna die. You Edomites, damn sure gonna get put to death. It says, before the fierce anger of Yahweh shall come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you, seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth. Which this is not a meek man. This man right here on the camera, this is a proud ass individual right here, extremely proud, who represents the pride of America. It says, all ye meek of the earth, seek the Lord, which are the Israelites. We are humbling ourselves before the Most High. Okay, knowing that we can't fight against this man. It says, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's anger, which is coming swiftly and speedily. Swiftly and speedily, the Lord's anger is going to come upon the inhabitants of the earth. So those who are not under that protection, hey, woe unto you, man. I'm gonna end it up on this scripture here in Haggai chapter 2, verse 20. And again, the word of Yahweh came unto Haggai in the 24th day of the month, saying, speak unto Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and I will overthrow the throne of the kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen. And America is a leader in the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, man. America has the largest military. Okay, and I don't know if I think Russia has the second largest, and then China. Okay, so these heathen, man, they ain't gonna be put down. Man, in the kingdom, they're not gonna be no threat, man. They're gonna be little peasant, little peons, man. More helpless than we are right now in his kingdom. Okay, Esau looks at us as peons. Well, we're gonna see who's the peon in the kingdom, man. It says, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them. And Esau's chariots are his tanks, his cars, his planes, his boats, and those that ride in him are him. The Edomites themselves and these other nations themselves are going to be overthrown, and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. He's going to bring down you Edomites by making you fight against one another, man. And then he's going to finish you off when he returns in his, when Yahweh Shai and the angels return in chariots, man. In the what you call the UFOs. It's gonna be a marvelous day to see, man. That's why we keep harping on it. That's why we seem like we keep preaching the same thing, bringing out the same scriptures. Well, the scriptures, they speaking right now, you know. So we bringing them out. Lord willing, you brothers are edified. With that, want to give all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.